Hi. Yeah, so this is to update the uh, BPFire project to run the LoxiLB load balancer, which is based on eBPF. And so I built to run LoxiLB load balancer easily on BPFire. I added the software as BPFire add-on, and so here is I added the LoxiLB NTC and the libmd libbsd as a BPFire add-on, and also LOXI CMD add-on, and then added this LoxiLB software add-on on BPFire. So to make it easy for users to run eBPF load balancer on BPFire distribution. Last time I did the demo, and this time I'm going to do the demo again. And where is my terminal here? So this is my BPFire installed on a hardware, and so since I added the software add-on, I can simply start up LoxiLB. So first let's run this command to check our load balance configuration. cmt get lb -o white. So you can see here it's got an error collecting to the API server and to the LoxiLB API server, and because I did not start up the load balancer, there's no eBPF program attached to any network interface on the BPFire. So now I'm going to run LoxiLB, just run. So now it started the LoxiLB. Yeah, I think now it started. And now we can run this command again. So this is our load balancer configuration setup, the virtual IP. And it has two pool member, which is a backend server has the IP dynamically assigned by the BPFire. So we can look at our BPFire web UI here. So this is a DHCP configuration. At the bottom here, we have current dynamic leases. So we have 3.5, 3.6, 3.10 IP address assigned to the backend server. Yeah, so and I used the 3.5 and the 3.6 as backend server, and this IP address, the external virtual IP address, is the IP address on the red 0 interface. So now I'm going to send HTTP request here from this client, run the while loop every 10 seconds to send a request to the virtual IP. So then the load balancer on the BPFire will do the load balancing. So we get a response. Let's run a TCP down to see if it's doing load balancing. So this is a TCP down. Just capture the SYN and the SYN-ACK packet on the green 0. So there is a request coming. SYN. See, this is the I run TCP down on the green interface, so it's on the back end interface side. So we will see the virtual IP send the SYN to the pool member 3.5, and the pool member 3.5 ACK the SYN with the SYN-ACK, right? So yeah, here again I only capture the SYN and the SYN-ACK packet just to see the load balancing is working. So the next request, it goes to the pool member 3.6, right? Because I'm using so you wonder why the source IP is a virtual IP 10.99.99.99, because I'm using when I configure the load balancer, I used the full NAT, which is to do source address and destination address translation. So for full NAT, for the source address translation, it will use the external IP as a source IP, and to replace the client IP, right? Yeah, so we can run a TCP down on the red interface. That is the client send the request to the load balancer. You will see the client IP address. So our request is still running every 10 seconds. So you can see here, this is the client IP 99.1 to the virtual IP 99.99. So that's on the client side, and that's the client IP, right? And but if we run on the green interface, the load balancer will do the full NAT source address and the destination address translation. So see here, the client IP changed to 99.99. So that's the full NAT feature from LoxiLB load balancer. And there's so here's a page to actually how to configure the load balancer with this LoxI command. So you can configure the load balancer as a full NAT, and here you can configure monitor to monitor the backend. Yeah, so I think it's cool to run eBPF based load balancer on BPFire distribution, and to save you compile, and so you just start up install the BPFire, and then you have a firewall feature, DDoS feature, and the load balancer feature. Yeah, so it's easy to use. I could add a web UI to configure the load balancer. Yeah, and yeah, thanks for watching.